And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bubba and the Bloom, episode 359. It's your Week 15 FAAB preview as we keep moving along through the fantasy baseball season. I looked the other day; it's like 2 weeks from the All-Star game, which is crazy. We're almost to that section of the season. But we're going to preview each team's schedule as usual, some two-star pitchers, and much, much more. But before we get to that, you can follow me on Twitter at BDNtrick, the podcast at Bubba Bloom Pod, on Patreon at patreon.com/Bubba Bloom. And my co-host, as always, on Twitter at RyanBHQ, Ryan Bloomfield. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. Was a little nervous entering the show tonight. Wasn't sure if you and Curlin were going to wrap up your 30-team playing time pod this afternoon on Bench with Bubba.
If he had it his way, we'd still be going.
It was a little dicey early on the pace, but you guys picked it up. Now it was a good show. We all like to give Curlin some crap, but yeah, I was a little nervous at it would 8 hours later butt into our show, but I'm glad you guys got it done.
Yes, we got it done. That is for sure. We sped through the final maybe 10 teams, so we got there.
Did you have anything on the Phillies? That's the ultimate. Did you have anything on the Phillies? That was one of the quickest
ones. That was definitely one of the quickest ones.
Always.
Yes. Not a whole lot to discuss when it comes to the fighting Phils. Yeah. Beast mode with Brandon Marsh, I guess, would be the conversation, but we don't have time to do that. But yeah, it was another eventful show with the King himself, who was back promoting his prospects live playing time tools, which is some pretty cool stuff. All his news and notes over there. So go support the King is what we would say around these parts. But what's going on with you, Ryan? Anything fun and exciting as the week is winding down?
Oh, not too much. I am off.
How are your teams doing?
I am off. I'm not going to answer that because I know it's in jest. A, I know it's in jest, and B, not so well. So there we go. And I'm not a guest on this show. I'm a co-host.
That's right.
Who the hell cares how my teams are doing?
I'm going to be a wacky one tonight. Just warning everybody.
Actually, it's been a little. I've got 5 teams in second place, which is
here it goes.
There we go. Ticking up. No, I'm doing good, man. I got one more day of work and then taking the week off next week. We're gonna go to the coast, spend most of the week on the Oregon coast next week. So we will not have a live show on Tuesday, but we will the next Thursday night. I told the family, we got FAAB preview. We got to cut the family vacation short. So
yep.
We will have a live FAAB preview next Thursday night. Can't miss that.
And I did not force him to do that, folks. So if anybody's pointing any fingers, it's not to the left side of your screen. If you're watching on YouTube.
It worked out. My youngest's birthday is July 3rd, that Friday. So we want to get back in town for his birthday. So it coincided with being available for the FAAB preview next week. But yeah, no live show next Tuesday night. We will pre-record. We'll do second base, shortstop, third base, midterm position recaps. Yep.
Yep. Just kind of pick up where we left off this past Tuesday as we run through the first half of the season per positions and kind of see how much has gone right and wrong. And they're not all going to be first base is the kicker if you haven't listened to Tuesday's show yet. That was pretty crazy stuff. The other announcement that we have, First Pitch Arizona 2026 registration is live on the Baseball HQ website November 5th through November 8th in Mesa, Arizona at the Sheraton Wrigleyville. I think I got that all right, actually. Ryan, what else would you like to add to that? Because I know there's more details in play.
Got it right. You even pronounced it right. So that's good. Not a hard one to pronounce, but yeah. I won't go too much into it. We're going to bug you guys incessantly, probably over the next few months, just because we love First Pitch so much. It's basically 4 days to be able to hang out, go to games, talk baseball, do extracurriculars. We are most likely 99% chance running golf on that Thursday, November 5th. So both of us.
Bubba and the Bloom Invitational, as some might call it.
Yes, I need to work on my marketing prowess. The Bubba and the 5th annual Bubba and the Bloom Invitational will take place on Thursday, November 5th. We are working with Dobson Ranch to hopefully get that sewn up quickly. So if Yeah, if I don't know, we could go on about first pitch, but if you're interested, if you have questions about it, let us know. We already had some questions in the Discord today. Would love to see as many listeners out there as possible. It is an awesome time, an awesome experience. I've been going for like 12, 13 years now. This might be your fourth, fifth year, something like that.
Well, at least 5, because we met the year we didn't play golf. We played golf 4 more years, so 5 years probably.
Oh yeah, we would not have the 5th annual Bubba and the Bloom Invitational if you had not joined yet. So that all checks out. But yeah, if I know it's an investment in time, it's investment in money. Everyone that I've talked to that has gone says it's well worth it. But yeah, if you guys are interested in going, we'd love to meet you all. We will do some type of Bubba and the Bloom. On top of the golf, we will do some type of Bubba and the Bloom meetup, usually at one of the games of the home run derby or something, all to be determined. But if you're interested, go to baseballhq.com. They will have a banner, huge first pitch banner up on the site within the next day or so. You can click in there, get all the details, hotel room block. You can see last year's agenda. So you can get a lay of the land for times and that sort of thing and kind of the things we cover. But, yeah, I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are interested and want to do it, let us know. We'd be happy to see you all out there.
And Woody's in the chat saying he's already booked his plane tickets, which is great.
Excellent.
To see. Good to see Woody once again this year. The one thing I'll add, and again, like Ryan said, we'll bug you about this incessantly throughout the rest of the summer. For anybody that's kind of curious, like, is it a nerdathon? Yes, it is. It's a fantasy baseball nerdathon, but it's also just if you love baseball, because we just sit there and talk baseball. Mm-hmm. We go to ballparks. Some of the panels are just scouts, not even a whole lot of fantasy relevance to them. Like it's just baseball through and through with a heck of a fantasy twist is the way I'd put it. So it's not just for the fantasy diehards. Like if you have, some people like Jason Collette brought his daughter this past year because she loves baseball and she had a blast. So it's not just for the fantasy baseball folks out there. It's a little bit of everybody. If you like baseball, you'll enjoy the conference.
See how many Bloomfields we can round up for this one. Last year we had Papa Bloom, Brother Bloom, Uncle Bloom.
Yep, that was a heck of that might be the quota for the most allowed in the same place at the same time. So because we had to do them in 2 separate hotels because of that, I think. So
yeah, we had to physically divide.
Yeah, divide and conquer is what you guys did, but that's another history.
We didn't conquer much.
Documentary. You conquered a couple bottles of booze and maybe something else from the leftover tray at some wings place. But again, whole other conversation for another day. This is why it's a great trip, folks. Memories, and again, this is where the show began. Was First Pitch Arizona. Yes. So the kind of formation of it happened there. So it's kind of a special place in that regard for us as well. But enough of that. Again, we will talk about it over and over again. Let's get to the Week 15 FAAB preview. We won't do any news at the top. We'll talk about that throughout the show. But Ryan, what do we got this week when we're checking out the weekly planner that you Bubba and the Bloom on the Patreon, folks, updating for you every single day by Mr. Bloomfield?
We have our first 5-game week.
That's a crime.
The Kansas City Royals are our lucky winner. I had to double check because they're the only 5-game team.
Weird to have only 1 5.
Yeah, it's World Cup related, so we can blame soccer. But
and you have 9 7 games, so it's not even 7. That's why.
Yeah. 7-game teams are the White Sox, Guardians, Marlins, Reds, Brewers, Pirates, Rockies, all at home. Rockies. That's another. A first for this season. We have an actual full Coors week for the first time. A bunch of righties too that the Rockies will face, so we'll get there. But the Dodgers and Padres also have 7 games. But yeah, the Royals I think don't play on Friday, and then they play like a wraparound series with the Phillies Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it's a 2-game weekend for the Royals and Phillies, as well as Detroit and some other team that is World Cup related. So, those are the only kind of scheduling quirks.
Detroit and the Rangers.
So those are the only scheduling quirks. This week, we've got the A's at home for 6. Already mentioned the Rockies are at home for 7. And then the Reds are,
they got 3.
Delayed tonight. They're split. 4 at Milwaukee, 3 at home against the Baltimore Orioles. So 7-game week for the Reds, but only 3 are at Great American Small Park.
And the Reds just played 3 against Milwaukee there and couldn't score a freaking run. So go figure. The Drohan, don't mess with the Drohan. Finished off a 3, just Woodruff, Drohan, and I think it was Sprout just dominated them, which was hilarious. All right, let's get to it. Week 15 FAAB, team by team per usual. We'll start with the Baltimore Orioles. 6 games this week, 3 at home versus the White Sox, 3 at Cincinnati in Great American. 1 lefty and 2 righties for that Great American Series. Overall, 2 lefties and 4 righties. For your Baltimore Orioles, Ryan, I don't have a lot here. Like if Jackson Holiday's still hurt, it obviously opens the door for some playing time for Jeremiah Jackson, who hasn't been good. You talked about blazing it up last week. He's doing okay. And then Colton Cowser's kind of in a slump again, is what I would say.
AI camera has failed.
There we go. Are you messed up again? That. Yes, you are.
It turned red on me. We're going to have a weird view of me, which, you may want to tune into YouTube. Camera's pointed down. Folks. I don't know.
Yep. Don't stand up.
Yeah, I am wearing pants tonight, so that is good. The off night I actually do. So
good.
Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, we're on our first team. This is going smoothly. I don't have anything. I'll mention Blaze Alexander just because he is in a 12 team, only 38% rostered. That feels very low, but that's also, I think, a byproduct of 12 teamers right now. It's just not as reactive. So Blaze Alexander, I think, is a really good pickup. Playing really well right now. Qualifies almost everywhere. Shortstop, outfield, second and third. So that's a useful piece, and he's playing third pretty much every day for the Orioles. So that's the only name I'll throw out there on the hitting side.
Yeah, and I'll bring it up that most people should know by now, but if you are on the Tyler O'Neill train, he's pretty much been relegated to a platoon situation, so it's not boding well for him at all. Anything on the pitching side of things? Are you buying into Brandon Young?
No, I am not. Of course not. He's got like a 3.04 ERA, right?
He's smoking mirrors in it up. Yes, he is.
Brandon Young is one of the number 5 luckiest in terms of ERA versus Sierra, skills independent ERA. 3.07 ERA, 4.81 Sierra, 5th luckiest in all of baseball this season, behind Eduardo Rodriguez, Walbert Urania, Nick Martinez, and Justin Robleski.
And you mentioned, did you have anything else? Because the Dean's coming back next week potentially.
Oh, that's good. I like the Dean.
Yeah, it's at Great American next week, but then he gets the Royals after that, which is always something to look forward to.
And he would replace Trey Gibson, I assume.
Yes, it's Trey Day is no mas.
Okay, I like Dean Kramer as a pickup. Then absolutely.
Yes, figured that would lighten your mood. And I was looking at the weekly planner for the starting pitching planner, and it's not like the highest on the list, but Dean's got a pretty nice upcoming schedule if he returns. I got Great American and Kansas City ranks him out like 13th or 12th or 13th on this board. So not a bad thing. Usually it's lefty heavy on that one.
Yep.
All righty, let's head to the Boston Red Sox. 6 games next week, 3 at home versus Washington, 3 at the Angels, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the Boston Red Sox. And Caleb Durbin went deep again on Thursday night for anybody keeping track at home.
He did. He's on fire. And I don't know where this came from, but it's awfully nice. Caleb Durbin is still 42% rostered in 12s. I assume in 15 teamers. Caleb Durbin is long gone. So I guess if you're in a 12-teamer, check to see Caleb Durbin. You just never know. I mean, Caleb Durbin's still young. I don't think he's this good, but playing time has been there. He's got the longest leash of pretty much anyone on the team. So that's good. Anthony Siegler is now playing second base, but I don't think he's that great. I assume you and Curlin talked about him, but not that interested despite the playing time.
Nah, it's a massive depth piece. If you need a middle infielder for the week, he's going to get at bats. Like he's hitting 300 in a short sample. He hit 290 at AAA, but it was like 3 homers and 4 steals. So it's not a lot going on there, but it's a body in a 15 that you can use for some depth down a waterfall. If you need it, like if you lost Zach Geloff, who was playing second base or something, that's a name to at least keep on your radar. But again, like Ryan said, I wouldn't get overly excited for Siegler. Anything on the pitching side of things?
One thing I wanted to bring up, and not really on the rotation, but Aroldis Chapman, likely getting traded. I would think. Probably not to the Yankees, but likely getting traded. And I think it's close to that time of year. I believe the trade deadline is the first couple of days of August. So there's still a little bit of a ways out for these stashes, but it could be time to start looking at potential trade candidates and not, I don't care where Aroldis Chapman goes for fantasy. Who's the fill-in behind Aroldis Chapman? And Garrett Whitlock has pitched really well. It's given the lack of saves in free agency in recent weeks. Like, I feel we haven't had a good closer in a long time in FAAB. And you're struggling for saves, you're desperate for saves. If you want to add Garrett Whitlock, stash him for a month and hope that Chapman gets traded and Whitlock does not. That could be a fruitful thing if you need saves.
Yep, don't mind that. I know Ben was talking about that a couple of weeks ago, and we were wondering if it was too soon for that. So about time to get onto that. I will mention if you need a pitching streamer, we'll see how Jake Bennett does this weekend against the Yanks, but he pitched great in Coors Field. And next week he's lined up in Anaheim, which would be a plus. So he's 5% in 12s, and he's pretty regularly rostered in 15s, but he'll be out there. I got him in a ton of 15s a couple weeks ago. So he's a guy I think you can look at to stream as well, Jake Bennett.
Yep.
All right, the New York Yankees, 6 games at home this week, 3 against Detroit, 3 against Minnesota, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the New York Yankees. And Spencer Jones is clearly in a platoon. Just keep that one in mind. That is a deadpan situation, but 4 lefties might make him a deeper league play if you're feeling frisky. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot else, Ryan.
That's the only thing I had was it's time for your guy to show up here, Spencer Jones. The Yankees have played 3 of the last 4 games against. It's been a very lefty heavy opposing pitching slate for the Yankees lately. So Spencer Jones has not played, to your point, but Spencer Jones is going to get some run. I don't know. In FAAB, you don't really have time to wait and see. So you probably scoop Spencer Jones and see how he does this week, but we'll finally get a chance to kind of see what Spencer Jones can do. Outside of that, the Paul Goldschmidt triumph continues, but that was a FAAB pick.
It continues versus lefties versus righties. It's abysmal right now.
Yeah, like that's a good point. I don't. Do you start Goldschmidt next week? Obviously, depends on your other options,
first base options. I would not know.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And if you look at
Eldridge is first base now, by the way, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, that is a really good point. Paul Goldschmidt is one of the best hitters in baseball against lefties. Double dong off of Skubal yesterday, I believe. But he's a below average hitter against right-handed pitching, and that could be an issue going forward.
In 15s, widely gone, but in 12s, Anthony Volpe's only 42%, hitting over 300 each of the last 2 weeks, a couple steals. Not doing a whole lot else at this point in time besides playing every day, which is what you need. So if you want to try to run that and see where it goes, Volpe is another middle infield option that, while hitting well, will steal a ton of bags. So someone to keep in mind is also. I have nothing on the pitching side of things unless you do.
It has been stable from the rotation through to the bullpen, so I have nothing there either.
Tampa Bay Rays, 6 games coming up here all on the road, 3 at Kansas City, 3 at Houston, 1 lefty and 5 righties for the Tampa Bay Rays. That means your soft spot might be in play again if you're feeling that. But
Bubba, my soft spot's always in play.
There you go. What do you got for the Tampa Bay Rays?
Just trying to get a reaction out of you. We'll keep digging.
Keep digging.
With all the righties, I will go with the soft spot. Cedric Mullins. I think Johnny DeLuca is the one to talk about, though he is right-handed.
100%. Yes.
Did not start against a righty tonight. Again, I'm sure you and Curlin talked about this when I had to jet after the first few minutes of your show today. But what's your take on DeLuca? You've been a DeLuca guy. Do you think the playing time is there at least somewhat regularly against both-handed pitching? And if so, would you add DeLuca?
I would add him. I think he's going to play like 75 to 80% of the time. Like if you look at it, he played lefty, 2 righties, and a lefty before sitting on Thursday. They said they want to kind of give him regular rest because he's coming back from those injuries. So if it means 4 games in a row and a day off, he's going to play 5 or 6 games a week, most likely, or even at least 4 a week. Depends on how the schedule breaks down. So I'll take my chances there. It's a good week for the Rays. Great matchups against a rough Kansas City rotation, and then not the best of Houston outside of Hunter Brown. So, like Christian Javier is returning. We know how that goes. I think Johnny DeLuca is firmly in play in this one. Just no, he's not going to play 100%, but that's the world we live in now. Not a lot of guys play 100% of the time anymore. We've got to get that mindset out of our brain.
Yeah, I mean, you've been saying that for the last few weeks now. It's a really good point. It's like everyone freaks out when someone gets benched, and
just days off.
Unless you're a stud, you don't play every single day anymore.
Yeah, so Johnny DeLuca is a big target of mine. Like, it's one of those, if he goes full Estuary Ruiz and gets on the back of a milk carton again, we'll see. But I don't know how the Rays, like Victor Mesa Jr. shouldn't be playing over him. Like, they don't have a lot of options, to put it nicely.
Yeah. Yep.
The other guy, Curlin mentioned him, and I tried to shut him down as quick as possible. But
Taylor Walls.
Yeah, just because he's playing every day. Like, I'd rather have Anthony Volpe and take my chances there. But Taylor Walls is playing a ton. He's stolen 6 bases in the last 3 weeks. Like, he's going to run and run often, but he's not going to do a whole lot else for you. He's like a poor man's Chandler Simpson right now.
Yeah, so we can move on.
Anything on the pitching side of things, as Griffin Jacks almost made it 5 innings finally. Yeah, are you buying into Ian Seymour? That's
who I was going to bring up. Virginia Tech legend Ian Seymour, of course.
Legend.
17%. Anyone who plays at Virginia Tech and actually makes the majors, there's not many of them. They're a legend in my mind, which doesn't mean much. But VT legend Ian Seymour, 6 2/3 today. You want to talk about being stretched out? I don't have the pitch count in front of me, but
it was after a piggyback, so that's good.
After a piggyback, 7 Ks, 1 walk, 0 hits, and 0 runs for Ian Seymour. So you like that? I think Ian Seymour, if you can go 5+, if you go 6+, you are absolutely an ad. So the problem is he's going to cost some money, right? Coming off that outing. But Ian Seymour's next start is at the Royals, and the Royals are beat to hell right now, and potentially a 2-step the following week for Ian Seymour. So yes, Ian Seymour, I am in on this week.
Yeah, I think that's a definite go get him situation there. All right, let's go to the Toronto Blue Jays. 6 games coming up, 3 at home versus the Mets, 3 at the Seattle Mariners. 1 lefty and 5 righties. Did you see Ernie Clement might be a starter in the All-Star game? That's absolutely outstanding to see. But what do you got for the Jays?
I guess he's the vote leader, which causes all kinds of uproar on social media. I could not care less about the All-Star voting.
The only thing that I'm laughing, I didn't even see the American League side of it, but I saw a picture of the National League. It's 3 teams make up all the voting. It's the Dodgers, the Mets, and Phillies, I think, or maybe the Braves. There's 4 teams. It's hilarious. But
it's probably all Blue Jays on the AL.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Whatever. But, I don't care.
I haven't watched an All-Star game in years, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'll watch it. I just don't get all upset about like voting counts, and then half the team doesn't play, so then you get alternates and just whatever.
Yeah, it all works out in the end as usual. It's not quite Pro Bowl-esque, but yes. But yeah, what do you got here? Because your boy Jesus Sanchez isn't playing every day right now.
Yeah, and he's not really playing well at all. So I can't proclaim this a Jesus Sanchez week. And there's not really much. I mean, Dalton Varsho came back last week. Shane Bieber, if we're talking rotation, came back last week. Got torched his first start back. So
not that surprising.
I don't have anything, at least on the bats for the Jays.
No Nathan Lucas love as he plays every day.
Not really. I mean, he plays every day and he hits second most days, at least against righties, but like he's not good.
He's not, but he's got a couple home. He's basically getting a home run a week right now, but nothing crazy.
He is hitting 301. Lucas is hitting 301, but 3 homers, no steals, and 156 plate appearances.
You guys know what to do right now. You guys know what to do. That's what Ryan just
100%. 100%. He's going to Nick Lofton all of us and hit 4 bombs this week. That is 100% going to happen. But I am not veering from my process. I am going to look at skills. This guy does not have skills, and thus I will not be adding Nathan Lucas. The guy's 1 barrel, dude. He's terrible.
You're not wrong, but I'm having fun with this as long as I can.
But you know what's going to happen.
I'm ready for it. Anything else with the Jays, though?
No, I don't think so. Anything on the pitchers? I
got nothing. Nothing on the pitchers. Yeah. If you trust Beavers, go for it. But that's about it. Chicago White Sox, 7 games on the road this week, 3 at Baltimore, 4 at the Guardians, 2 lefties and 5 righties for the Chicago White Sox.
I'm going to go Benintendi, and I will stick by that one.
Naturally.
5 righty weeks, so you like that. Kyle Teal is back. You should probably already have him in your lineups. Played Monday, Wednesday, will be the primary catcher there. Savannah Banana, Tristan Peters. I don't know. If you're desperate for an outfielder, Tristan Peters is going to play. He's okay. He's a body. So I don't have anything outside of that, I don't think. On the hitter side.
That's the basics. The key cogs are rostered. Murakami's still a couple weeks away, so everything will keep playing as usual, it would seem. Braden Montgomery hit a home run finally, but he's not that great at the moment, so just keep an eye on that. The one I'm very interested to see how it keeps playing out over the weekend is Luis Angel Acuna. I know you had him in your recent FAAB article. Got a couple starts at shortstop versus a righty. That was when Colson Montgomery was playing third, though, and some guys are banged up. So I would love to see Acuna get some more runs. He's actually swinging the crap out of the bat right now.
Yeah.
So that's a guy, if he even plays 2 out of 3 this weekend with some righties on tap, I think that's worth just doing a 7-game week, maybe get 4 or 5 games out of him with that speed, maybe some pop. The first set of the week against Baltimore is really strong, and then you get a couple of tough matchups against Cleveland. So Acuna is the guy I'd keep my eye on if he can even stash. I might do that because he seems like a guy that's real close to getting some regular run because Jacob Gonzalez ain't it. But like they got to move some pieces around still.
No, I support the Acuna take. He's only hitting 211, but better than average strikeout rate. He's fast as hell. He hits the ball on the ground a ton, and he's got a 250 BABIP. Like that just does not add up. So I think Luis Angel Acuna, and again, he's still only 24. Like,
yep,
has some pop. Has 5 barrels, 4.5% barrel rate. So there's enough here with Acuna, to your point, as to like if that playing time starts to become more frequent, I can get behind that for sure.
Anything on the pitching side of things? Looks like Noah Schultz should be back shortly.
Noah Schultz should be back shortly. That's a sentence. I'll restate Anthony Kay. We talked about him last week as a really good 2-step. Pitched really well the first half of the 2-step. I think gets the Royals this coming weekend for the second half of that, but then goes and faces Cleveland again next week, next Friday, July 3rd. So Anthony Kay, you want to keep him. Maybe was a streamer for a 2-step this current week if you listened to us last week, but hold him for another week, and then hell, you never know. Like these guys, you just get them as streamers and they kind of take off. So Anthony Kay is another one you want to hold and or pick up for next week.
Yep, bench streaming material right about now. Cleveland Guardians have 7 games this week, all at home. 3 versus Texas. What's up? Did you even want to talk about the bullpen?
Yeah, what's your take on the bullpen?
Stay far away.
Okay. You don't think like it's tricky. I wish they would just go with Grant Taylor and roll with it. Anthony Dominguez has been awful.
Dominguez has been god awful. Taylor they won't go to. If they went to him, yes, that'd be great. The other problem with Taylor though is like he's 90% in 12s. He's rostered everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. Fair.
You're pretty much just hosed. Like that's who they should go to. Anybody else there, I definitely want nothing to do with. So I'm just avoid on the whole White Sox.
And drop Sir Anthony if you have Sir Anthony. Is that your?
I'm not opposed to it if you need roster space.
Yeah. Yeah.
What say you?
The interest, like, drops Sir Anthony for potentially a Garrett Whitlock stash. Like that's a
move. Yes.
It might be a move. That might be a move to consider. I don't know. I have to think about that.
Like I'd rather stash Ryan Walker right now.
Whoa!
I mentioned a couple weeks. Like he pitched a clean 7th tonight when the rest of the bullpen just destroyed.
Better than your boy Killian.
Oh, good God!
That was during the Curlin show, wasn't it?
I was watching it live, baby. Watching it live.
I wish it was happening while we were.
Yeah, no, you would have really enjoyed that. I know. All right, Cleveland Guardians, 7 games at home, 3 versus Texas, 4 versus the White Sox, 2 lefties and 5 righties for the Guardians. So again, if you want to go Manzardo versus lefties, you can. Schneeman's the strong platoon. I want to ask you about Khalil Watson. Are you interested in Khalil Watson?
Real deal Khalil. I don't know if he's the real deal. I would say I would say low end outfield ad. Yeah, like a few bucks low in the waterfall if you need him. But this is if you need it. I mean, this is the week for Khalil Watson to show what he can do because it is the 5 righty week. So, yeah, I don't know, a couple bucks. I'm not super excited.
Yeah, I wouldn't get overly excited about it either, but it's one of the weekly traditions. Outfielders are available. Throw them in the waterfall. See what you can do. Because, like you said, perfect storm for him. Anything else though with Cleveland? Because I don't have much period with them.
They did call up. Cooper
that's coming
Engel.
up on Friday. Correct. Yes.
AAA. He's a catcher, but has been playing the outfield lately. So I don't know what position he'll be eligible in, depending on what format you're at. But Cooper Engel is a catcher. He's been brought up as a catcher. He's 24 years old, hitting the ball really well at AAA this season. 284 batting average, 12 homers. I don't think it's like crazy upside, but if Cooper Engel is catcher eligible on your platform and it's a 2-catcher league, that's someone you could add and see what you have there if you're struggling at second catcher.
And if he's not catcher eligible, or even if he is, make sure he qualifies there for the format you're playing before you go and add him.
You gotta try and add him, man.
See what happens. All right. Anything else with Cleveland?
Your backup bid can be Fiducia.
Fuck. Get Diet Mountain Dew after that.
The only other, we've mentioned Cleveland as a stream against team, just with all their injuries. It's a little tough in terms of stream against because it's DeGrom, Gore, Evaldi, Davis Martin, our guy Anthony K, Sean Burke, and then Eric Fetty. So maybe like Burke, Fetty.
Fetty could be interesting. He could be interesting.
Yeah, Cleveland is just down bad right now. They're bad against lefties. It's a team to stream against if you're looking for starting pitchers.
Yeah, and just to highlight Fetty a little more, the only problem is it's usually a piggyback. It's like 4 innings, 4 2/3, 2 2/3. He hasn't gone 5 since June 9th, but still it's 2 earned runs or less every outing since May 29th. It's like 4 more Ks and 3 out of 4. So it's not elite stuff, but he might sneak in a win because of the piggyback, like Ryan's talking about. So not the worst place to be. All right, Detroit Tigers, 6 games on the road, 3 at the Yankees, 3 at Texas, 1 lefty and 5 righties for the Detroit Tigers.
I don't think I have anything on the hitter side.
Unless you do. I'm not doing James Outman. That is just not happening. So, yeah, I got nothing. They called up Ben Mulgary, but he's sat for us, right? I think that's a platoon situation. So, yeah, I got nothing. Nothing there. What do you got on the pitching side?
Not much there either, though. I mean, I'll just point out Captain Jack is back in our lives, I think.
Yep. He's coming back this weekend. He's pitching
Sunday. And so, yeah, like if you're in an IL league, of course, he's probably stashed. If you're not,
26% in 12s. Wow.
It's a very low ownership in 12 teamers on the NFBC, 12% for Jack Flaherty, who is, we can all laugh at Jack Flaherty and maybe he'll turn to crap again, but he was pitching very well before the IL stint. So you may want to see if Jack Flaherty's around. Obviously, you'll get the look on Sunday to see how Jack Flaherty looks coming off the IL.
And he's turning into a grumpy old man with the comments he had about the AA players, which made me laugh quite a bit. So, yeah.
I missed that.
He
Anything
says basically along the lines of the youngsters at AA need to brush up on their baseball knowledge because none of them, they were asked what's the record for strikeouts in a game. None of them could answer that question. And he reeled it off as 20 and he named off all the people. And it was funny. He was a little grumpy about it, maybe sarcastic, but it was just funny that stood out to him at his trip to AA Altoona on that one.
Yeah. So, burn it to the ground when you're in Altoona, I guess.
I respect it.
No offense to the fine folks of Altoona. I've been to Altoona.
Driving through, flat tire. What was it?
Mostly driving through.
Yeah.
Cool spot though.
All right, Kansas City Royals, they have 5 games this week, as Ryan mentioned earlier. 3 at home versus Tampa, 2 at home versus Philly. Again, the wraparound, as Ryan mentioned earlier. It's only 2 over the weekend, so you can play your Royals early in the week if you want to. The weekend might be a bit tricky for you, and it comes down to 2 lefties and 3 righties. So, I don't know. What do you got here for the Royals? Are you picking up Nick Lofton by chance?
No. I'm not. In a 15 team, I could see it if you need a corner infield. Nick Lofton, he's going to play every day with Maikel Garcia out. He has been, of course, on fire since I bagged him last week.
Really good.
He's been really damn good. But no, that's about it. I would look at Lofton in a 15-teamer.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for Cameron Meisner to play, so that's not working.
I was going to say Meisner too, but like you can't do it this week.
Yeah, the fact he's not playing, it's weird. That's the Royals in a nutshell. Anything on the pitching side?
I don't think so. Whoa.
Alex Lang is good. I kind of want Estevez to stay far, far away on that situation.
Yeah.
Minnesota Twins, they have 6 games on the road, 3 at Houston, 3 at the Yankees, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the Minnesota Twins. I feel like your boy, Mr. Clemens, is quieted down a little bit.
You not only feel like it has actually happened. So I don't know. I still think you get the 3. Well, you can start in the first half of the week against Lambert, Burrows, and Imai. Imai's pitched better lately, but
it's really good lately.
You could do that. I don't know about the weekend. It's one righty, and that one righty is Garrett Cole, so that's tough for Cody Clemens. I don't know. Does Ryan Kreidler at shortstop do anything for you?
No, we briefly mentioned him with Curlin. Like, yeah, he's getting all the playing time at short, but it's not doing it for me at all. So I don't like anything with the Twins unless you're just doing the first half of the week with like a Larnach or a Clemens. Basically, that's all it would matter to me.
Yeah, ditto the pitching side.
Yeah, just really your boy Yoendris Gomez is a little entertaining still, but that's about it. Widely rostered.
Didn't get the save last Sunday. I don't know why, but Banda got the save. Banda's the lefty to Gomez's righty, so it could have been that. Gomez has been good and has been getting the primary. And we can't be too greedy in FAAB this year with saves.
Yes.
There are no like primary closers in FAAB. If you can get someone, we've talked about this, but if you can get someone who gets like 60%, that's good enough. And if you're looking to pick up saves off the wire.
Agreed. The Sacramento Athletics home for 6 this week in Sacramento, 3 against the Doyers and 3 against the Marlins, 2 lefties and 4 righties, but it's 2 lefties and a righty when they face the Dodgers. And then it's if one of them's Ohtani in Sacramento, that'll be good. And then the weekend versus the Marlins is 3 righties on tap. So very interesting schedule with the A's. TheCio Cortez, it's now or never, Ryan. I think it might be never on that one. Anything else with the A's because you got Geloff on the IL with his hand injury, so he'll be out all of next week. Jacob Wilson, shoulder injury, didn't play Thursday. They said it's a re-injury of the previous shoulder injury, so I wouldn't be shocked if we see an IL stint there. Your boy Alika Williams got called up. Thoughts on the A's?
Your guy Muncy's starting to play regularly.
Yep,
Max Muncy. And he's hitting and he's home all week. And in 12 teamers, Max Muncy is 13% owned. So you could go with some Max Muncy. I'm with you on the Sea of Cortez. Drought conditions it's extreme drought conditions in the Sea of Cortez. Things are drying up. I think you can probably drop Carlos Cortez. I mean, hasn't started the last 5 games. So unless he's hurt or something, I don't know what we're doing here.
It's bad. Brent Rooker update, still no baseball activities. So that means the Law Dog should be fine for a while. And Joey Meneses got called up. Does that do anything for you?
That's right. He's hitting like, I looked him up earlier today. He's hitting like 349 in AAA, which complete bandbox. But
well, that's where the home teams play too.
I know. Honestly, like, and I don't even know where Meneses qualifies. I think he's just DH.
Probably U2. Yeah, I'd imagine it's U2.
It's not the craziest thing in the world next weekend.
Qualifies at first base.
Okay. It's not the craziest thing in the world next weekend, but it's still Joey Meneses. And why I say next weekend is because it's 3 games at home against righties. Tyler Phillips, Sandy, and Jansen Junk. Like that's pretty good. But still, I don't know, man. It's Joey Meneses.
Yep, he gets Lauer and Obleski to start the week, 2 lefties. He used to mash lefties, so that's another one too. Yeah. We'll see with Meneses. Just something to keep an eye on. I don't think I'll be that aggressive on him, but he is in play this next week.
Yeah.
Any pitching for you? I don't have a whole lot to add when they're in Sacramento, but I will say if JT Jinn's out there, I wrote about him for matchups, and his home road splits are insane, which we'd expect, but a sub-2 ERA on the road. So that's a guy you could leave and stream on your bench if he's still out there for you.
Yep. Shout out Gage Jump, just on fire lately. I know that was one of your big FAAB pickups, so I know you're
so sweet.
You're happy there. And then what's Jack Perkins been up? I guess it doesn't really matter. He's been picked up, but 14 Ks the last 2 starts for
Jack Perkins is 17% in 12s ran.
Okay.
That should change. He needs to be rostered.
Still don't know how much I like him at home, but 14 Ks, 4 walks in Jack Perkins's last 2 starts combined, has gone 5 innings in both of those starts as well. So Jack Perkins is getting stretched out, pitching better. Does he get LA or does he get Miami?
Miami.
Okay. I could see going Perkins Miami, not LA at home.
He gets Perkins then at Detroit before the All-Star break.
Okay.
So not horrible. Like I definitely serviceable option there. And the bullpen sucks. Elvis has left the building.
Yeah. Elvis was good in Vegas. He was good in Vegas, but yeah, Hollywood Hogan's bad. Vegas version of Elvis was fine. Non-Vegas Elvis, not great.
Mason Barnett got the save today. He got a save in Vegas too. He's a guy to probably keep an eye on, honestly. He might get the next look. So
sure.
If you guys want to speculate for a buck or two, Mason Barnett would be a dude. Not kidding.
Yeah, so. Okay.
Let's go to Houston. 6 games at home, 3 versus Minnesota, 3 versus Tampa Bay, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the Houston Astros, Ryan.
Nothing for hitters.
Yeah, I got nothing either. The guys that are platooning really aren't that good. So no. I got nothing as well. Just real quick. Nope, I'm good. There, no one's coming off the IL. So what do you got on the pitching side then?
I don't think I have. Mike Burrows has reinserted himself into the rotation. If you want to be a sucker for pain.
Nope. I'm good. I can punch myself in the balls. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'd probably rather do than continue to start Mike Burrows. So
yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So no, Josh Hader is back and rolling. That stash looks to be paying off.
Yeah, he might lead. He might be a top 5 closer by the end of the season, even with the stash.
He's racking up saves. Honestly, dude, the Astros are playing a lot better right now. Like they're only a game and a half. God, the ALS is so bad, but they're only
the AL is bad.
Yeah, the whole A. I think Tid put something in the Discord about that. Yeah,
it's bad. So, alrighty, let's go to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 6 games, 3 at Seattle, 3 at home versus Boston. 2 lefties and 4 righties. One of the hardest opponents week of the season for the Angels.
Yeah, they get that that Seattle threesome, and then your boy Bennett, Sonny Gray, and Rangers Suarez for the Boston side of that. So it's a pretty brutal schedule for Angels bats. I like Denzer Guzman. Continues to be the pretty much everyday third baseman. Jorge Soler is back off the IL. Think homered once or twice already this week. So those are 2 names to look at.
I'd say the thing with Soler back, it's basically made Vaughn Grissom non-existent. So
good point. Yeah,
keep that in mind. He's disappeared. Oswald Peraza is basically a utility player now. He gives he's played second and shortstop of late because he gives Neto a day off, or he plays second when a lefty's on the mound because Dominic Walton somehow is playing second base every day. Dude, I'm not recommending Dominic Walton, even though he has a couple of home runs, just not doing it. Christian Moore's the guy to still keep an eye on. He's playing nearly every day. I think the talent is super, super good, but he hasn't put it together at big league level, so don't go crazy with spending, but I still think he's very, very good. I don't know if it's one of these days we'll see it with Christian Moore. Not sure if it's now, but just somebody, if you can stash or whatever, there's probably better plays this week, but Christian Moore is something to keep in mind.
Okay.
Pitching side, Ryan Johnson has now put together 2 pretty good starts, and it's weird because I watched it was like he ended up giving up 5 runs at Sacramento, but it was like all in the first inning. I watched that start and I was like, this guy's horrible. And then it just but it was not as bad as it looks, is what I'm saying. And then he faced Baltimore 6 shutout, 8 Ks. I don't know. In 15s, we're thirsty for anybody with a pulse. Dude had a 2.5 ERA at AAA this year. That's pretty good in the PCL. So
with a 30% strikeout minus walk in the PCL for Ryan Johnson. Like that's really it's only 28 innings, people, and that's kind of the issue with Ryan Walton, Ryan Johnson. It's not a volume play, but you're just looking for somebody with skills for a few starts, and I think Ryan Johnson at least has a shot to do that, given how he pitched his most recent start and the numbers at AAA.
Gets Seattle too, which is nice.
Yeah, like that works. Just missed a ton of bats at AAA, great control. So yeah, I will look at Ryan Johnson. It's that kind of so far like a sneaky decent starting pitcher week in FAAB
so far, but what I will mention is like Grayson Rodriguez might be coming back soon. That would take Johnson's spot, as stupid as that sounds. If G-Rod doesn't come back this week, Johnson could have a two-step with Seattle and Boston. But we'll have to just kind of keep an eye on how that all plays out with Johnson. But he at least should get the Seattle start on Monday and go from there. And that Seattle start
if he pitches well there, we can remove Sam Aldegary from the rotation instead of Ryan Johnson. Can't we?
Yes, I agree. But let me pull this up before I completely talk out of school. Yeah, it's been like one bad inning for Aldegary. It's like the second trip through. He's going to be a good like piggyback guy, Aldegary, unless he figures out more. But yes, Johnson should stick. I'm with you there. They got to figure that out. Anything else with the Angels? The bullpen continues to be a circus, but Bachman appears to be the man they want, even though does it really matter? Probably not.
Yeah, Sam Bachman is aggressively pursuing Jordan Romano's crown as saves leader for the Angels this year.
4 whopping saves. 4 whole saves. All right. The Seattle Mariners, they have 6 games this week, all at home. 3 versus the Angels, 3 versus Toronto. 6 righties on tap, and it's a pretty good schedule when you look at the opponents they'll be facing. So maybe it's a week for the Mariners to wake the F up, Ryan.
That would be nice. They are finally back at full health. They have like their pretty much full lineup now with Randy Rosarena coming back. Raleigh was back a few days ago. It's with 6 bad righties. It's good for Luke Raley and Dominic Canzone, assuming Dominic Canzone is healthy. Battling a hamstring issue. Yeah, played Wednesday, did not play Thursday against a righty, probably just to rest the hammy. So just keep an eye on that. But over the weekend, but yeah, Canzone and Raley, bombs away with those 2 guys.
Are you still in on Cole Young right now? Because he's only 46% in 12s. I know he hit a home run in Pittsburgh, but prior to that, kind of scuffling.
Had a shot today with the bases loaded that was diving catch by, I think, Mangum style. I think your boy.
So you got Mangum style out there.
Cole Young he's fine. I think he's serviceable in 15s. I think the playing time is totally safe. I don't know where Brendan Donovan is.
Neither does he.
Protection somewhere. I don't think.
No.
But they've moved J.P. Crawford over to third base, which I don't think you do that unless you think it's somewhat.
The latest Brendan Donovan update was like a week ago, it feels like, and it was still that he was multiple weeks away from starting a running progression.
Yeah. So Cole Young, I don't think is at risk of losing playing time. It's just a cold streak right now.
And if you look at Baseball HQ's playing time metrics, Cole Young has played every game this season.
Yeah, he plays every single day. Yep.
So that always stands out to me. Anything on the pitching side? Because it looks like the piggyback coming up here is, I believe was it Logan Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert getting hit with the piggyback.
Gilbert in the terrible, cock, I believe.
Yeah, Hancock's piggybacked. So
that means Kirby and Wu next week. So the only 2 if they keep this pattern going.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the pattern is because it seems to be mostly Bryce Miller, Luis Castillo, but I don't think they do either. I don't know. Just keep an eye on it. But yeah, but you're not benching Logan Gilbert because of the piggyback.
You're not, but it's just stupid.
Just whatever. I don't know, man.
All right. Anything else with Seattle?
No.
Depressing. Texas Rangers 3 at Cleveland, 3 home versus Detroit for their 6 games this week. 3 lefties and 3 righties. The Cleveland series is 2 lefties and 1 righty. The Detroit series is 1 lefty and 2 righties. Remember, they only play 2 games over the weekend because of World Cup action in Detroit, I believe. Or in Texas. Sorry, in Texas. So you get the righties, again, the Detroit series, like I said. But what are you doing here with Texas? Because Jock Jams is having a heck of a week and a righty heavy week. They got 3 bombs, I think, this week.
It's been beautiful. I picked up Jock Jams a couple times, but this is not the week to go with Jock Peterson, which is the 3 righties. I guess the question is, do you drop Jock Peterson if you picked him up for the stream?
I'm starting to think you hold the man for, like, as long as there's 4 righties in a week, I think he's almost in play the way he's swinging the bat right now. And if you look at Texas' schedule, the following week, it looks to be 6 righties coming up. So
there you go.
You're going to want Jock to stick around.
Good call out, Bubba. That's why we keep you around for that, that one further week ahead schedule analysis. Good stuff.
That's what I do. I can't build you shit on a computer, but I'll figure the rest out.
We got Corey Seager back from the IL. You can play him until he gets hurt again.
So Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Nicky, I mean, I'm not gonna beat the dead horse. Nicky Lopez.
Curlin beat it earlier. Trust me, I had to fight him on it.
Did he?
Yes. He kept mentioning Nicky Lopez because he does play every stinking day, and
it's unbelievable.
It's crazy. I can't fathom what is going on right now. So yes. Anything on the pitching side? Jacob Latz has been freaking amazing, which has been good. He's got 15 saves now. Cal Quantrill might stick around for now, but they keep moving pieces. They keep calling up guys they called up Winston Santos from AA, not AAA, AA. And it's just like every pitcher they call up walk issues, but elite strikeout stuff.
Yeah, and this is all in the wake of the Jack Leiter IL stint. I'm not interested in whatever they decide to go with the 5th starter.
Leiter had ankle surgery. For those not aware, he's going to be out for at least a month with that surgery.
Yeah.
All right, to the National League we go. The Atlanta Braves, 6 games at home, 3 versus St. Louis, 3 versus the Mets, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the Atlanta Braves. And I'm just going to throw this out there. And he's probably wide. Yeah, he's 91% roster, but my goodness, Mauricio Dubon. You are between him and Ernie Clement in the same season. This is ridiculous. But what do you got on the Braves?
Not much. The shout out for Dubon is well deserved. Power uptick this year, ton of contact, leading off, great lineup. So all the things.
Must be using Profar's locker.
I'm not here to make allegations, but he's Mauricio Dubon is playing quite well.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Are we off the Dominator and Yastrzemski?
Yeah, no, I'm not there. I haven't been in on them, so we're good.
All right, fair. I got nothing else then.
Yeah, pitching side, they're going to bring Ronaldo Lopez into the rotation on Friday night, maybe with a piggyback situation. I guess something to keep an eye on. If he pitches half decent, maybe they stretch him out. Hurston Waldrop has one more rehab start before he likely returns. Bryce Elder's been garbage. Ronaldo Lopez probably isn't the answer. Grant Holmes, they want to put in the bullpen, but they have no healthy arms. So Waldrop back soon. And then also AJ Smith-Shawver's throwing a 2-inning simulated game. He's ramping up to hopefully come back late July, early August. So they have some reinforcements maybe coming is what I would say. The soonest would be Hurston Waldrop.
But it's pretty dire. Outside of Waldrop, Bubba, that's your guy. You may finally get some value out of that meatball pick. 11th round
pick. Yeah, baby.
That was a good one. No. Honestly, Waldrop is, if you can add him now, a week or so ahead of time, this is the week to do so cheaply.
Yeah, this is the week to do it. Problem is he's been out all year, so depends on your format if he's available. Right. He's 4% rostered in OC, so check he's available in this OC I'm looking at right now. So that is interesting. Problem is I need him in 15s. That's where
he's drafted though. Someone drafted.
Yeah, if he's available in that OC, he did. So yeah, some people took the plunge, is what it looks like. All right, I got nothing else with Atlanta unless you do.
No.
All right. Similar to the Pirates 2 weeks ago, the Marlins have the schedule of the gods this week. They have a 7-game series, 4 in Colorado, 3 in Sacramento. It's 3 lefties and 4 righties. That makes things a little difficult, I guess, on this one. But my goodness, a lot of guys were smart enough to start stashing your Marlins last week. I've been getting Heriberto Hernandez for a while. This is a great week to do this, but you got Conine, you got Cassie, Connor Norby's back in AAA, Graham Pauley's getting called up. A lot of options here, Ryan. So what stands out to you with the Marlins?
This is actually probably the hottest team in terms of FAAB bats for the week. I made Heriberto Hernandez the cover boy of the YouTube clip art. That is him. He's got like a parrot attached to his head.
I meant to ask you who that was. I'm like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, that is apparently. I actually don't even know if it's him, but I googled him and that image came up. So we're rolling with
celebration hat. I'm guessing.
The graphics department decided to green light that one. So we're gonna go with that as Heriberto Hernandez, who I have liked him for a long time. The playing time has not been there. It seems to now be there for Heriberto Hernandez. So this is a great week to add him. He's hitting kind of all over the place, but generally 3-4 lead off against a lefty. So I don't think the split week even hurts Heriberto Hernandez. It might actually even help him. So that's my number one pickup of this team. But I also like Owen Casey. I think you grabbed him last week in FAAB, right? A couple spots.
Yep, I got a lot of Hernandez the last couple of weeks. Got Casey last week. I missed it. I didn't really pay attention to Conine, but I'm wondering if I should have, is the question.
He snuck up on me today, Conine. I don't know. Like, Conine has shown decent skills before. I don't know if this is the week to roll with him with his 4 righties, but I think you got to pick him up and just see what happens. And then, maybe start him depending on your other options. But yeah, Griffin Conine and 15s I'm looking at.
He started versus the most recent lefty that they had. He's played 3 out of 4 since coming off the IL.
Yeah.
Like it's a 7-game week. If you give me at least 4 games, hopefully 5, especially with that schedule, we're in business. And like Curlin was all about him, talking about it. And small sample this year, but 19% barrel, 52% hard hit. But like last year, 15% barrel, 48%.
Yeah.
He just hits the snot out of the baseball. So it's kind of as he said, and it makes a ton of sense. And you as an HQ guy should fully be on board with this. It's a skills versus role thing. His skills are great. Now, can the role and consistency come into play? Great ballpark to test the theory, Colorado and Sacramento. So if he plays at least 4 or 5 games in those conditions, that should give him a good shot.
I will one up that. I will call your skills needing roles and raise you Esteri Ruiz, man. I'm not saying he's a pickup because he doesn't play enough, but like I think this dude could be like a monster. I think he's really good for fantasy. Like very, very good. But he'd never played with the A's. He does not play with the Marlins. I don't know why, but he does not. It's just frustrating.
Well, and then the worst part is every time it looks like he's going to play with the Marlins, people pick him up, and then he doesn't play with the Marlins.
Like, well, he played Saturday and Sunday, and then started Monday and then hasn't played again.
for one inning. And then,
that's right.
I guess the coach didn't know that what a piggyback situation is, how this works. I guess they couldn't figure that one out. Like, God, that's unreal. But yeah,
unbelievable. So
I agree. The skills are great, are good, I should say, very good. I remember writing them up for a PT tomorrow or something last year, at least a DC column about like this guy, because I think he was like potentially the 4th outfielder for the Dodgers at one point. And I'm like, this is the guy. If it just takes one injury and he could be a beast. Obviously, never happened, unfortunately.
Never happened. It doesn't look like it will. Remember that 67 steals in the majors 3 years ago,
and he's got pop. He's got pop, dude. Like,
I know.
Sneaky pop. It's like people are gonna hate this comp, and I'm not saying he's like a mini Ricky Henderson in that profile.
Esteri Ruiz. I'm on board with that, man.
So they just need to get him to a team that doesn't care, and you send him to Colorado. Well, they have way too many outfielders. Never mind. They need to send him to some team to just could play him and not care about things. That'd be awesome. You thought Miami would be the place, apparently not.
Right.
All right. On the pitching side of things, I don't really want any pitchers this week. Obviously, Yuri Perez came back, widely rostered. Don't have to worry about that. I will throw it out there. Max Meyer comes back Friday off the bereavement list. He's going to be fine. Tyler Phillips pitches at Sacramento next week, but then it's home versus Seattle the following weekend. Again, this is just strictly a streaming situation. You could probably get him for $1 this week if you can stash him. Otherwise, you can pay like $6 maybe next week or less. But he's at least going 5 innings now. He looks like, again, in the right matchups, Tyler Phillips can become a streamer.
I still don't think so, but you could be right.
And on that note, pick him up everywhere, folks. Anything else with the Miami Marlins?
No, not after that.
All right, New York Mets. They have 6 games on the road this week: 3 at Toronto, 3 at Atlanta, 1 lefty and 5 righties for the New York Mets, who got Juan Soto back from a couple days off on Thursday. They got Francisco Lindor back on Wednesday. I already put my weekend lineups in, and Lindor is in, baby, which came in handy because Geloff's on the IL now. So that's the 2 big moves, but this team is starting to get healthy. The other thing I'll mention, and I'll give you the floor, Marcus Semien to the IL with a hip injury. It won't just be the 10 days unless it's a real fluky situation. He'll probably be out 2 to 3 weeks at least. Brett Beatty got to start at second base versus a lefty on Thursday. I've never been a Brett Beatty guy, but better path to playing time was where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I think Brett Beatty is going to be the everyday second baseman for the Mets, but I don't know. You never know when it's going to click. Beatty's getting up there, 26. Like, he has had his chances. We've been waiting for that.
When will it click for a long time? It's the problem.
Yeah, which doesn't mean it won't. But
I agree.
I don't know. You could throw a buck or two there for the playing time for Brett Beatty, and on the off chance it finally does click, that could work out. But a ton of Ks for Brett Beatty, only mild power, and not really a running game. But the playing time I think will be there. For Brett Beatty. I will also give a shout to Jared Young again in a 5-righty week. Pretty soft schedule for the Mets. I think Jared Young is streamable this week.
Yeah, I don't know. My hype train on him is kind of slowed down, and then even the last righty game, Vientos got the start. It's been primarily Jared Young. I'm not arguing you on that one, but they're mixing things up a lot. It's annoying, but just something to keep in mind. Pitching side of things, Christian Scott's coming back this week, and that gives the Mets 4 starters. They're calling up your boy Thornton to pitch on Friday.
Zach Thornton.
Because they traded David Peterson, who we'll talk about shortly, to the Cubbies. So they're trying to fill out a rotation. Like I said, guys are coming back from the IL. Christian Scott, like I mentioned, Clay Holmes started throwing. They're gonna piece it together for the time being.
Thornton, man, all-time moment on the podcast where I said he got traded for Ike Davis like 15 years ago, and the guy's like 24.
When I started typing that up tonight for the news and notes, I started laughing. I was like, tonight's show is going to be great when I bring this up for the Mets. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, my God. So bad. UC Davis. He's an Aggie.
Yes, he is. Go Aggies, baby. One of the few. Like one of the what'd you call your Virginia Tech legend? He's a UC Davis legend.
Yeah.
A lot of guys make it to the show from Davis. So, yes. Daniel Descalso was one of the first big ones.
Oh, good pull. Did not know that.
He was in college when I was in college, and we used to watch him all the time. You could tell he was better than most for Davis standards. And, yeah, St. Louis Cardinals legend, UC Davis legend, Daniel Descalso.
Good pull. I like that.
So, people, that's what they tuned in for, was that. Anything else with the Mets, though? Because pitching-wise, it's kind of a mess, and I don't think I need to get Thornton out there anywhere.
No, despite the legendary status for UC Davis, do not add Zach Thornton or even the older Zach Thornton as well.
Yeah, no Thorntons on your team. All right, the quickest team in all of baseball. The Philadelphia Phillies have 6 games this week, 4 at home versus Pittsburgh, 2 at the Royals. Again, 2 games over the weekend before the wraparound. It's 6 righties on tap, but it's a 4-game first half of the week, 2 games second half of the week for a team that plays the same team every day, Ryan.
Yep, nothing.
Yep,
on the hitter side.
I'm not streaming. People are accused. I'm not streaming Rincones, and I'm done with Justin Crawford. So that answers that question. One of the best, if not the best, offense in all of baseball. The Washington Nationals, 3 at Boston, 3 at home versus Pittsburgh, 3 lefties and 3 righties, and oh, what a week! First half of the week versus Boston, 3 lefties. Second half of the week versus Pittsburgh, 3 righties. One of them is Mr. Ashcraft himself. So, what are you doing with Washington this week?
I mean, there's not much to do because they're all so good that they're all rostered. So, I mean, there's really nothing to add, in my opinion.
Not a whole lot to add as well. That's the crazy part. Like, I know this is like the second show year, because when I did that preview with Lauren Auerbach, we always talk about how good this team is, how fun they can be. Last year we saw it a little bit, but it kind of disappointed overall. This year they're awesome, absolutely awesome. And
up and down. I mean, Nasim Nunez is hitting like 500 this month.
Yeah, and he's 93. He's 93%. Like, Dylan Cruz isn't hitting at all. He's 100% still. Like, everyone wants a piece of the pie, which I agree with. Like, I mentioned Jacob Young a ton. He's 22%. He's like the only guy that's not rostered. if you need to get frisky with it. Even Kyber Ruiz is 92%, right? It's awesome. I like seeing it.
Also who's been awesome, who I benched in a 3 lefty week, Luis Garcia Jr., and has hit 3 home runs in this half week. That's a killer.
He got 1 start. He started Monday, surprisingly. So yeah, that is a surprise. Like I don't think I would start him in a 3 like the first half next week, but it'll probably happen again. So buyer beware. To your point that you're making. Pitching side of things, I'm going to keep mentioning Andrew Alvarez, and the only reason I'm going to mention this is I wrote him up because he's starting on. They need to just put an opener in front of him to give him chances for wins, or just let him pitch for Christ's sake. But what was very impressive since, to me at least, since Andrew Alvarez joined the rotation on June 30th, he's made 4 starts. It's been 4 innings or more. He went 4 2/3 once, but it's been 2 earned runs or less every start. It's 20 Ks to 7 walks and 16 2/3 innings. Like he's been very, very good. Maybe they don't want the 3rd time through the rotation. I have no idea what the problem is, but like the win probability is not looking great, but ratios, strikeouts, and maybe he sneaks into one would be awesome. They got Jake Irvin coming back to take his spot in the rotation. That's just stupid if that's the case. But I like Andrew Alvarez a lot. And if Irvin doesn't come back, Alvarez gets at Boston next week, which maybe not the best matchup, but kid's pitching good. He's pitching real good.
And like, why is Miles Michaelis exempt from?
Like that's another valid point as well.
I think your Alvarez analysis there is fine. I actually wonder, it's not really fantasy, but like we've talked all year about how bad the Nats rotation has been. They do have Cavalli, Alvarez, and Foster the Griffin. Like I wonder if they make a move to add a 4th starter or something at the deadline, and they, like with their offense, they're at 500. The Nats, like
they need to get a bullpen.
Not crazy
Problem. They need a bullpen to go with it.
Yeah. They sent Gus on the bus.
Well, Beater came out in the 7th on Thursday. Back-to-back nights where the bullpen just blew the lead versus Philadelphia. And blowing is the nicest way I could put it. Like, just got annihilated. And then, the Gus bus blows it in the 9th on Thursday night. I think before his towel dried, he was on a bus to AAA. Like, that report was already coming out. So, the Gus bus to AAA. Beater's technically the closer, but my God, he's been bad. So, that's their biggest weakness.
Maybe there are too many holes there. They need to revamp a bullpen and get 2 starters. So maybe not.
They're so close, though, is the crazy part. Like
I know.
It's a good point you made. It's really maybe they should trade Harry Ford.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon. No, not too soon, but they can. Yeah. They should do that.
All right. Chicago Cubs. They have 6 games this week, all in Wrigley. 3 versus the Padres, 3 versus the Cardinals, 1 lefty and 5 righties for the Cubbies. And I'm just going to ask you right now, Ryan, because this is a thing that Colonel and I talked about. What the heck are they doing with Matt Shaw?
Because
they started Conforto the last 2 righties over him, and I am ready to break something.
I hope Curlin went off because it was during our rapid
fire section, so kind of.
But like, Matt Shaw is like, what are we doing?
He was swinging it so
well.
well.
Understand why Matt Shaw suddenly is not playing and why? And like, if like, I don't know, if it was some young guy who has potentially see a long time, which that is Shaw. I could, it's at least explainable, but Michael Conforto, you guys kidding me? It's terrible, man.
Yeah,
it's absolutely.
I noticed that when I was doing the playing time with Curran. I didn't realize I thought it was like just a day off today. And I looked at that like this is building into a trend that I'm not going to be happy about.
No, last 2 righties, and Shaw was a short side platooner before he went to the IL. So.
And the worst part is nothing's really changed. No one came off the IL. Nothing.
No.
So
the only thing that's changed is Matt Shaw is like hitting really well.
Yeah, like oh God, let's not get his hopes up. Let's tamper things down again. Like that was baffling to me. Craig Counsell should get thrown into the sun. Get in line, I guess. But yeah, that's my comment there. And Pedro Ramirez has played 3 straight games. Pedro Ramirez is DHing. DH Conforto if you want to play the guy.
Yeah,
like Shaw should not be on the lineup, but yeah.
But it sucks. I mean, if you have Shaw for fantasy, like you. This was my problem when I got him in the Vegas auction. You don't know what to do with him.
I benched him for the weekend, and I know that's probably going to backfire now. I'm not dropping him this weekend. I still have faith they're going to make the right call, but I had the luxury. I put a Rosarena in for him in most places, so that's an easy swap. But that was Shaw was the easy one to go to the bench. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay. Pitching side, though, real quick. Matthew Boyd came back on Thursday, pitched okay, over 4 2/3 innings, 4 walks, limited things there. Ben Brown to the IL with another neck injury, similar to the 2024 neck injury that made him miss the rest of the season. I'm still waiting for the final diagnosis on that before it happened, because that was kind of a weird post. No beat writer reported that one on Thursday, so kind of waiting on that. And then Edward Cabrera to the IL with a hamstring injury. He's going to probably miss a few weeks because he had to get carted off for that one.
Yeah, rotations in shambles. I mean, I guess the FAAB is safe. Yep. He's pitched better lately.
I'll be bidding on him.
We all know where the FAAB takes you, Javier Assad. But yeah, I could see some waterfalls with Javier FAAB in them, albeit quite low. Just because he's got a rotation spot for the foreseeable future, given all the injuries. I agree. Ben Brown's trending toward a drop, but let's get confirmation.
I want the final. Like Assad next week at San Diego, they're not good. And then the final week, the final week before the All-Star break, it's a 2-step. It's at Baltimore, which doesn't scare me, but then at Great American Small Park. Cincinnati hasn't been that great of late.
But that doesn't scare me that much. I don't know.
And then, are you interested in David Peterson by chance?
No, I'm not.
The only reason I say this, okay. I go back to like how we've talked about him year after year. It's like, is he elite? Not even close. But we know when he's not walking guys, he's a ground ball pitcher that can get strikeouts and get you through the problems. So yes, it's a big if, but they have already showcased like the Cubs defense is a massive upgrade over the Mets, which could help. And I'm not saying in 12 teams to go pick David Peterson up by any means, but there's got to be, like, he gets the Cardinals next weekend, which, whatever. And then at Great American the following week. I think there's a world where we're going to see more David Peterson in 15-team lineups than I think we want to admit right
now. You're probably right. I have streamed David Peterson this season, and spoiler alert, it did not work out well at all. I just don't think he's good. But there's a lot of bad teams against lefties that I could see.
Yep.
See him doing it.
And then anything on the bullpen, like we haven't had any clarity this week to help with the problem, and I stayed away from it anyways. But there really hasn't been a whole lot going on there.
I did add some Jacob Webb, and it hasn't looked good at all. Blew the save on Saturday. Did not pitch well on Wednesday either. I don't know if there's another option there. There's another Trent Thornton. Just to screw with me even more. Trent Thornton as an option in the Cubs pen. I'm staying away from it. I may hold Webb another week, but I don't have my hopes up there.
Yeah. We'll see. I think that whole bullpen is a mess, and we haven't gotten a Palencia update yet either. So hopefully someone, like, it's weird because Thielbar was the guy the first time, and he's still there, but he hasn't become the guy this time, and that confuses me a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Cincinnati Reds, 7 games this week, 4 at Milwaukee, 3 at home versus Baltimore, 2 lefties and 5 righties. It's 3 righties in Great American Small Park if you're looking for that one. Cincinnati Reds, like we said a second ago, they are struggling. Anything on this? Blade sat versus lefty, did pinch hit on Wednesday, so it's something to kind of keep in mind, but maybe something to watch is Ellie De La Cruz returned, and that could move some pieces around.
Yeah, indirectly. There are always a lot of moving parts with the Reds. I'm not too worried about the Sailor Blade yet, though he has cooled quite a bit recently.
A lot, yes. Him and Nathaniel Lowe, a lot.
Yeah, and like to the point where I don't even know. Like this is actually, so it's a lot of righties, but it's a pretty tough schedule. It's a 19% K- walk for the 7 starters going against the Reds, though Jacob Mizorowski probably accounts for half of that. Given how good he has been.
You got the Miz, you got Harrison, who can deal. Drohan and Sproat just dominated them.
Yeah, true. So it's not the best schedule out there. And Lowe hasn't been good. Blade's been. I'd still probably throw Blade out there, but I could see you trying to jump off ship if you want to get ahead of an upcoming cold streak with JJ Blade.
Proud of you on that one, by the way.
Thanks.
Anything else on the Reds? The pitching's pretty much what it is, and it doesn't excite me. Santillan's still the guy, but Pagan might be back next week.
Yep. That's the headline, I think, for the Reds is Pagan. Yeah, starting a rehab assignment. I don't know exactly when he's going to pitch, but usually relievers don't need, especially veteran relievers like Pagan, probably only need a start or two or an appearance or two in your back.
They have him scheduled for 2 outings. And I think it was I thought it was supposed to be tonight and Sunday, but maybe it's Friday and Sunday. I'm trying to check right now, but he's basically supposed to be ready to. Or it was scheduled to be Thursday night and Saturday night, and then return potentially next week.
So it could pitch Monday in the big league. So like to the point where like if I have Pagan, sure, let's see how he looks, on Monday when you're doing lineups. But you could probably put Pagan in your lineup for next week, and then if you have Santillan, obviously
you can drop him.
You can drop him. So, but still, that's gonna be a tough call to make on Sunday. So we'll see. But
I'd start him. At worst, he gets one more rehab appearance, and he's back by middle of the week. Like if I got Pagan, I'm putting him in unless he has a setback on Saturday's outing.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
All right, the Milwaukee Brewers, they have 7 games this week, 4 at home versus Cincy, 3 at Arizona. Really solid week for hitters, but it's 4 lefties and 3 righties, which might screw a few things up. Weirdly enough, Yelich has sat versus the last 2 lefties. Keep that in mind. That's the off-day plan, so you might get a couple days off this week. Not like you're going to do a whole lot about that, but something to monitor. Other than that, I don't have a ton when it comes to the Brew Crew.
Yeah, I don't either. There's a bunch of platoon bats, so it's tough for even your guy Jake Bowers with 3 righties. Could still do it. Could still do it.
Cooper Pratt's 38%. He's had a down week, but the dude can run crazy. So
that's also your guy. You got him in FAAB a bunch of spots, didn't you?
A couple. He wasn't. Shaw was my bigger bat this past week. So yeah,
only 5 of your FAAB leagues.
Yeah, let's be specific here, Ryan. Which ones are you discussing with me here? Mine or yes,
yeah, juggling a lot over there. No, I don't have anything on the lineup, nor probably the rotation.
I don't have much there. Logan Henderson rehab starts this weekend. Should require a second one before potentially coming back. So you're going to get the Drohan for at least another week, it looks like. And he's scheduled for a 2-step versus Cincy at Arizona. He's 64%. So I would fix that real quick. I still don't believe in Brandon Sproat. I will say that much.
Yeah, I mean Henderson, when he's back, he will have a spot. It's just who does he boot?
Yeah, so he might not be back till after the All-Star break for all we know, but it's soon for Henderson. But yeah, Drohan, I'd make a point to try to pick up if he's available in the 36% of OCs. And the bullpen it's McGill's world, which is crazy.
I love how Abner Uribe just served his 1-game suspension this week for the crotch. And it was Ryan, very convenient on an off day.
Speaking of the CBA, how should we change that? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I also don't care.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Pirates, 7 games on the road this week, 4 at Philadelphia, 3 at Washington, 2 lefties and 5 righties. Man, they get Christopher Sanchez and Wheeler in that Philadelphia series. Hoot the Maggie. But what do you got for the Pittsburgh Pirates? Who Spencer Horwitz on the IL with a hamstring injury, moves Ryan O'Hearn to first base, and Esmeralda Valdez got the start in the outfield. He seems to be the winner of this situation.
I mean, so that was the thing I was going to bring up. I've been teased by Valdez in the past, and it has not worked out. Do you think? And I guess we'll have the weekend to monitor. But that was my read on it too. It was like O'Hearn fills in for Horwitz, which opens up right field for potentially Valdez. But who knows? The Pirates could send Valdez down tomorrow and would not be shocked. So I really like Valdez. I like the skills. Like I said, I've picked him up in a couple spots, and I've been burned just because Pirates haven't wanted to play him every day. But maybe this Horwitz injury forces the hand.
Yeah, I would watch obviously the weekend, but I would definitely keep an eye on Valdez. If he plays at least 2 out of the 3 this weekend, I think that's your answer. And yeah, the Phillies series is a little tricky. He gets Nola and then Rangel, Alan Rangel later in that series. But then you get after Foster the Griffin, you get Lytle and Mikolas. That's a good weekend series for him. So Esmeralda would be a guy I would keep on my radar as well.
Yep.
Anything on the pitching side with the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Nope. Rotation stable. Bubba Chandler's turned things around somewhat, so he's good.
Very, very serviceable right now, which is good to see. I'm always happy to see a Bubba succeed. St. Louis Cardinals have 6 on the road, 3 at Atlanta, 3 at the Cubs, 3 lefties and 3 righties for the Cardinals, and honestly, they don't have a ton of platooning anyways.
No, they're pretty straight up, and thus I don't have anything for the Cardinals.
I don't either. I just want to check one quick thing here before we move on there. Blaze Jordan's still only 54%, and the dude is raking at the moment.
That's
So
your boy.
driving in a ton of runs. So I would make a point to try to get like literally dude's hitting 286. He's got 12 RBIs already on the season. So that's something I would look to remedy if you need a. He's first base and third base eligible. Pitching side, anything of interest there? Palante threw great in step one this weekend. If you're looking for someone, even Kyle Leahy pitched well, and I don't trust him, but I do trust Palante, weirdly enough. And if we're looking at St. Louis's upcoming schedule, you got
next week.
Leahy gets a two-step next week because of the rainout on Thursday. He gets at Atlanta at the Cubs. Not a big fan of that. Palante's at Wrigley. Yeah, Palante's at Wrigley next week. Then Milwaukee. That's tricky as well. So one move, the guy I'm looking to add this week is Hunter Dobbins. I think he's going to be in that rotation pretty soon. It just feels like if you can spec on a guy at a 15-12s, don't worry about it. But like in my AC where pitching is so bad, like Dobbins will be a guy that'll be on my waterfalls this week. I'm very interested in that.
You like him, huh?
Yeah, and I saw a good tweet from Matt Thompson. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about like it was move somebody out of the rotation and put Dobbins in, and it made a lot of sense actually.
Hey, and Thompson I trust with the Cardinals.
Yep. So Hunter Dobbins is a guy that, again, in 12s probably not necessary, but in 15s, if you're struggling for pitching like I am in my AC, he will be on my radar for sure.
Yeah, it's still pretty desperate, but I get it. In 15,
I am desperate. I'm very desperate. Javier Facade is one of the top options right now in that league, so very, very desperate.
Good.
Arizona Diamondbacks 6 games at home this week: 3 against the Giants, 3 against Milwaukee, 1 lefty and 5 righties for the D-backs.
Max Kepler's back in our lives. Is that an ad in a 5-rating week? The post juice Max Kepler.
If he goes off, go for it, King. Not doing it. Not doing it at all.
No. All right, just
you can if you want. He's going to be a popular ad, but I'm
especially if he does something this weekend.
Yeah.
How old is Max Kepler?
Max Kepler is a whopping 33 years old.
Yeah, he's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah, they probably popped him after he took a blue chew the night before. That's why he was on the thing. But yeah, I'm not interested.
I was gonna look at his minor league numbers this year, but it's 38 total plate appearances, so not even gonna do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Pitching side of things, if Jose Cabrera sticks, he was very impressive in his first start.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one to look into as well. And right now he's projected to get Milwaukee next week and then San Diego the following week, which could be really nice.
Yeah, agreed. I had a commenter in my HQ FAAB article last week ask about Jose Cabrera. So I had to look him up.
Who?
In my own mind, yes. Did not in the comment. However, Jose Cabrera, really good numbers in the minors this year. And I mean, he's young. I don't know how good, but yeah, worth a shot. Cabrera in 15s. Like I would take him over Dobbins, I think.
Yeah, no, I would too, because he's actually got a job for now. So fully agree with you there. And the skills might be better as well. They got Brendan Pfaadt projected to come back next week against the Giants. Do with that as you wish. I want to see that Mitch Bratt guy pitch some more, but they sent him back already. So.
That was weird because I was about to come on here and like say Mitch Bratt, but he got sent down. Did he make like one start?
Yeah, I mean, one star got sent back down. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty big bummer on that one. But just keep an eye on what Arizona's doing because heck, maybe they do call Mitch back up. Who knows? But right now they got Brendan Pfaadt projected to pitch starting next week in the rotation, which they already said they were stretching him out to bring him back. So wouldn't surprise me. Colorado Rockies, 7 games this week, all at home, 4 versus the Marlins, 3 versus the Giants, 1 lefty and 6 righties for a Rockies team that is just full tilt mode. And I will say Brenton Doyle and Jordan Beck started a rehab assignment this week. So the murky waters might get worse.
Just keep brewing that Keurig. Just That's all I ask in center field. Cole Carrick needs to play in center. Mickey Moniak is back. This is a golden week for Mickey Moniak. It's more of a start sit than a pickup. I think Mickey Moniak is pretty widely rostered, but you roll there hitting second. Do you roll with Troy Johnston this week? Doesn't get much power speed juice, but he's hitting over 300. Get 7 games in Coors.
He's not
you do
playing
that
every day though. He's barely playing, even versus righties. It's been bad.
He started 2 of the last 3. I don't know.
I mean,
see how who the hell do they play this weekend? Rockies. We could see this weekend. Rockies get 2 righties, 1 lefty. I don't know. So yeah, see the playing time with Johnston. I will stop at recommending Edouard Julien. However,
yeah, please don't.
He's been awful.
Yeah, Jake McCarthy's widely rostered, but him, TJ Rumfield, they're like the staples in there. Same with Slick Willie, but I've seen them on wires, so just look around. You might find them, especially if you like on Fantrax or Yahoo's. Good weeks for them is what I would say.
Virginia Tech legend TJ Rumfield and fellow Field, Bloomfield and Rumfield. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus. I love that he spells it. Never mind. Yes. Oh, your dad never. I'm gonna stop. Pitching, we just don't do pitching.
No, we skip auto skip
in Colorado. Dodgers 7 games this week. 3 at Sacramento. I think it's Jump, Springs, Gen, Lovely. 4 at home versus San Diego. 2 lefties and 5 righties for the Dodgers.
Teoscar is probably the big name. Not really for an ad, but it sounds like he'll be back this coming week, I think. So
yep, supposed to be.
Probably is the death knell for
actually
Ryan
no. He's starting a rehab assignment this week.
Yeah, so he'll probably be back next week.
No, like on Tuesday next week. I mean, it's like week 15. He's not on a rehab assignment. No, he is. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah, he'll be back next week. You're right. Stupid. Continue. It's getting late.
I don't even know where I was at.
Yeah, Teoscar
I'm not going to continue.
But he's coming back.
Yeah.
Are you going to pick up your boy Tommy Edman? He's 42% rostered.
Oh, I already have, Bubba. Don't worry.
He's
still playing all over. I don't know if the playing time isn't as solid as I thought. So we'll see.
Jesus, Teoscar hit 2 home runs in his first rehab game yesterday.
Yeah, like my man might be back Friday.
Yeah, like that could change.
Like, does Teoscar really need to do anything else in the minors?
No, not at all. Just wait and bring him back for Sacramento. Bring him back on Tuesday after Gage Jump pitches, please. Jump still has not a lot of home run in all of baseball. They mentioned that, and I'm like, great. That means he's going to have 4 on Monday. But yes, Edman's the only guy that's really worth rostering. It seems like Will Smith's neck's going to fall off. I don't know what happened there. Bizarre situation.
Probably.
But as usual, not a whole lot.
Oh, guillotine type deal for Will Smith. I don't know what happened to his neck.
It's weird. Slept on it. He must have got the Michael King pillow. Really weird deal.
Yep.
San Diego Padres, they have 7 games on the road, 3 at Chicago, Cubs, 4 at the Dodgers, 3. So they get to finish next week and 4 in LA. Awesome. 3 lefties and 4 righties for the Padres.
I don't know. Freddie Fermin's back as a second catcher. I'm not going to recommend Ty France, though he has been hitting well, but I'm not going there either. So, no, not really.
Yeah, JP Sears is up. The one guy I'll recommend because my biggest move pitching wise last week where I could get him is Walker Buehler. He's got the Dodgers tomorrow. I'm not excited about that, but he's been pitching great over the last month or so. Like ratios, the swinging strike, things are looking more Walker Buehler-esque right now. So that is a guy I would keep an eye on going forward because after this Dodgers series, Walker Buehler gets to face next week, gets the Cubs and Wrigley, and then a 2-step against Arizona and Toronto before the All-Star break. So I like me some Walker Buehler if you're interested in that.
Good call. I was going to immediately disown that, but you are correct because he's been average, which for Walker Buehler is a market improvement.
Very market improvement. So get ahead of that one while you can and stream away. Last but not least, the moment everyone looks forward to on this show, the San Francisco Giants. They have 6 games on the road, 3 at Arizona, where they usually get swept, 3 at Colorado, 2 lefties and 4 righties for the Giants. Elliot Ramos should be back next week. So that's where the fun begins. Does he go back to center field? Does Jung-Hoo Lee go to center field? That's both of them will be playing because you can't take Schmidt out of the lineup. So does Drew Gilbert go away? I think it's a right-handed bat that leaves, so it's either going to be Jonah Cox or Victor Baracotto, who has homered in back-to-back games, but neither one of them play versus righties, so I think one of them goes. Doesn't really matter in the end. Reality is it's just standard lineup now. The Giants are throwing out the same guys. Arise has a messed up foot, but he's supposed to be back this weekend, so really nothing to do with the hitting side of things, unless you have anything.
No, I don't.
And I got nothing. Trevor McDonald sticking on the rotation. Last 2 starts have been bad. Let's see how he does Friday night against Atlanta. That'll be a start. And then again, like as usual, don't touch the bullpen.
You did give Ryan Walker some love earlier on the show.
Well, I said it last week. I said if you are crazy enough to do anything with the bullpen, I would speculate on Ryan Walker because I could see him leading the team in saves the rest of the year, whenever he gets that chance again. Right now, it's been like 7th and 8th inning for him. Killian's not the answer. No one's been the answer. Ryan Walker might not be the answer, but at least he's done it before. And if anybody can try to do it again, it'll be him. But I don't want anything to do with it. The team doesn't win games anyway, so like it doesn't matter.
If Ryan Walker's the answer, you're asking the wrong question.
There you go. Well said, amigo. Anything else on the top 30 teams schedules this week before we talk some 2 steps?
No. Just again, no reliever ads. It's brutal. Some decent starting pitching ads, more so than I thought, and then
a lot more options. A lot more starting pitching options this week.
Yep, seems somewhat fruitful. I'll never call it fruitful, but
which warms the cockles, so that's great. All right, 2-step time. Arizona Diamondbacks, Eduardo Rodriguez, first the Giants, first Milwaukee. He has been awesome.
He has. The skills don't really back it up, but I would probably I would roll with Erod. Ooh.
Yep. You do it. Gauge jump versus the Dodgers versus Miami. Got to do it, but good God.
You have to. That Dodger start scares the hell out of me, but yeah, you have to.
Buckle up, folks. Atlanta, Grant Holmes versus St. Louis versus the Mets. I think you got to do that one too, weirdly enough.
I think you got to do it, though. That could be tough. Cardinals aren't bad against righties, and the Mets are now healthy, and we'll see. But in 15s, not in 12s for Holmes.
So 15s for sure. 12s, it's like the coin toss based on what your other options are.
Yeah.
Boston, Rangers, Suarez versus Washington at the Angels. That's a yes.
That is a yes.
Your boy Shota Imanaga almost has a 5 ERA now versus San Diego versus St. Louis.
Yes, of course.
Nick Lodolo, if he's back, he's got the wrist contusion, but they expect him to make his next start at Milwaukee versus Baltimore.
I don't know, man.
So bad. I benched him this week. There's only 1 start, but I benched him. I don't trust him at all right now.
I think I'd bench and see what this post wrist looks like. He's been awful.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I'm not cutting him yet, but honestly, in a 12, it's getting close. It's getting close in 12s because the skills don't even support him anymore. It's bad.
Yeah, agreed. But
it's like 15s, you're not, but at 12s, like this is where you got to start pulling pens pretty quick. And another week or 2 of this, he's gone. So that's where I'm at there. Cleveland, Parker Messick, that's a yes. Tanner Bybee versus Texas versus the White Sox. I think so. He's been pitching really well of late.
Yeah. Bybee's pitched really well of late. Big pitch mix change lately as well. He's, I think, number 1 on the live bloom boards for pitch mix change over the last month for Tanner Bybee. So, yeah, roll with him.
Outstanding. No Colorado plays. White Sox, Sean Burke at Baltimore at Cleveland.
Yes.
Eric Fede at Baltimore at Cleveland.
We talked. I don't like the Baltimore. I like the Cleveland. So probably not.
What I will say is him having 2 steps actually makes him at least more enticing because I mentioned he doesn't go deep into games. That's the only so you still might not get wins, but at least you could accumulate more this week. You could also accumulate more bad.
Yeah, you could accumulate terrible ratios.
I'll clarify that real quick, but just want to throw that out there. Detroit doesn't have any 2 steps potentially because Flaherty's return next week. Houston, because Christian Javier comes back, not recommending picking that guy up. Just keep that in mind. The Royals they only have 5 games. The Angels are a mess. Not a lot of 2 steps. The Dodgers have a potential 2-step this week, and right now it's projected to be Eric Lauer at Sacramento versus the Dodgers. I am very excited about that.
Versus the Padres. right?
Sorry, Padres. Yes, he's 14% rostered. That needs to change. I have him all over my 15s, but that's almost worth to give a 12 stream.
The Padres start is nice. The A's could destroy Lauer. I mean, Lauer is like not that great. I'd do it in 15s, but I don't know. That has blow up potential.
They even had an opener for him last time when he pitched a phenomenal after that.
That would that would always help. Yeah.
Marlins, Sandy Alcantara at Coors at Sacramento. Good God, that's oof.
It's tough. He's pitched better of late. I'd probably do it. Yeah, I would probably do it.
Yuri Perez at Colorado at the A's.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, you have to.
Dude. Milwaukee Sprout versus Cincinnati at Arizona.
Great pair of two steps. Yes, I would do Brandon Sprout.
And then don't mess with the Drohan versus Cincinnati at Arizona. That's a yes.
Love how you keep saying that. I have no idea. Was that the whatever Futurama?
That's the Adam Sandler movie. It's a movie.
Which
don't
one?
Mess with the Zohan. Don't mess with the Zohan.
That's the name of the movie? Jeez.
Yeah. He's like you got to check it out. I got multiple people texting me last Friday about it.
I like Sandler too. Jesus, that's
a
good
bad. It's one of his great just turn your brain off movies. That's what he does. Okay. He's a hairstylist, but he's also like a assassin. So you got to watch out.
Oh, that's right. We already talked about that. I already forgot about that. Oh my God.
Minnesota Twins, Zebby Matthews at Houston at the Yankees. No, thank you.
Yeah, I would probably not do that.
Nolan McLean at Toronto at Atlanta.
Don't know what to do with this guy. I would throw it, yes, but man, that Atlanta start could end poorly.
They're playing bad right now. Let's see if it stays for another week, but yes. Yankees, Ryan Weathers versus Detroit versus Minnesota, yes.
Yep.
Aaron Nola versus Pittsburgh at Kansas City.
Let's go. I would do it.
I'll even support that. Braxton Ashcraft, so yes. Bubba Chandler at Philadelphia at Washington. That's a tricky one.
That's a tricky one, but Bubba's pitching better lately. I would do it.
15s for sure, most likely in a 12. Griffin Canning, no. Herman Marquez, no. I was going to skip both those for you. Marquez coming off the IL. Just don't do it, folks. Brian Wu, assuming the piggyback is out of play here, versus the Angels versus Toronto.
Even if the piggyback is in play. Man. I mean, he has been struggling, but it's...
No, but I mean, he in theory, he's the next piggyback, like I said, because him and Kirby have not piggybacked yet. Oh, I think they have it projected because Kirby's not in the next 5 games. So one of those is a piggyback.
But you're still throwing Wu. Like, if he's piggyback.
He's been bad. But yes,
I know, but I mean, he's good still.
Tyler Mahle at Arizona at Colorado.
Oh...
He actually pitched well in his last
That's
start,
your guy.
Terrifying. Against the A's the other night, he pitched well. I'm not doing it, but honestly, I'd monitor him. He's had his moments, but
he's pitched well. I'm not doing it.
No, he pitched well in his return against the A's. He has not pitched well overall. Kyle Leahy at Atlanta at the Cubs. No. Griffin Jacks at Kansas City at Houston. Yes. Yes, he's pitched really well.
Yeah, I would do.
He struggles to get more than 5 innings because they keep him on like an 80 pitch count, which is stupid. But yes, he's pitched really well.
It's not that dumb.
For
fantasy, it's dumb.
That's what I'm saying. It's for real life. The Rays do all the real things in real life, so I can't argue that. But for us, it sucks. Jacob deGrom at Cleveland versus Detroit. He has struggled, but yes.
Yeah.
Trey Savage versus the Mets at Seattle. Yes.
Yep.
I think I know the answer here, but let's just finish things off. Miles Mikolas at Boston versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I think we can call it a show at this point.
Yeah, you can mess with the Mikolas. All right, let's do some questions from the old Discord here before we wrap her up. Let me find the page.
While you're finding that, shout out to Tom in the chat. Says, love the pod. You guys make me laugh, plus all the great knowledge. We appreciate that, Tom. Thank you very much.
All righty.
See, I tried to give you time, and
because you didn't post anything in here today. That's why I was looking for it. So that's the problem.
What do you mean I didn't post anything? Oh, to ask for questions?
So I'm deciphering between Curlin show and this. Kevin Hastings says, for an entire month, Carlos Cortez started versus every right-handed pitcher, but has sat for 4 of the past 6. 2 for 30 will do that. I'd like to hold, but can't play him first half of the week. Weekend doesn't look good at the moment, in spite of 3 right-handed pitchers. It appears at least 3 to 6 lefties following week. Is it a thank you for your services for Cortez?
It is. It is time to move on from Carlos Cortez.
And then Free Cooper Union says, any buy low hitters, thank you, Bloom, for 2026's all second half team. I was additionally thinking of Gunnar Henderson. So you wrote an article at HQ, not expecting you to give it all away, but any buy low hitters you're keeping your eye on right now?
Yeah, so I mean, Cooper's read the article, so this may not be much help to him, but it kind of ties up the show. Heriberto Hernandez was the cover boy of that column, and I think he was. I can't even remember.
Right.
But
either way.
No, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was Eldridge.
Yes.
But I did write up. So Eldridge was in there. That's right. But Heriberto Hernandez is the cover boy of this show, and I did write him up in the HQ article. I just think I don't even know if it's a buy low because he's not low. It's just he's really good. So, and yeah, Gunnar Henderson. What do you think about Gunnar? I think he's too good and too young to be this bad.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. That bad, really.
And we've seen him be super streaky before. Like a big summer could come up. Like I'm not opposed to that at all. Yeah. He is like I'd almost look at any like top 3-round hitters right now because most of them have not succeeded, and just look under the hood for a few minutes and see if there's anything worth getting excited about. You'll probably find 3 or 4 buy low guys right there.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's the quick and lazy way to go about it. I'd say without digging deep into stats and stuff. That's where I'd start my conversation.
Yeah.
All right, we did it. Week 15 of the books, my friend. Any final thoughts? As like you said earlier, there actually is starting pitching to decipher this week, and a ton of outfielders per usual. And the Marlins have a great week, and they have multiple guys you can pick up.
Yes, agreed on all accounts. So not too bad of a FAAB week ahead. I will be Savannah Banana-ing this weekend. That's Saturday.
Jealous.
It's supposed to rain, which never happens in Oregon in the summertime, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I got Giants tomorrow night in San Francisco. Then I got a wedding on Saturday. Otherwise, I'm gonna Savannah Banana with you. And then it's a busy weekend, so it's gonna be fun trying to put all this together.
And then I guess we're recording Sunday night for
the
Tuesday show. So
Oh,
then I'm off to the beach.
I think I'm water parking it on Saturday, so I'll be ready to roll Sunday night. I mean Sundays. I'll be ready to roll Sunday night. Great.
God.
So,
I'm tired just listening to that.
I'm exhausted, thinking about it as well. So we'll wrap things up there. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Again, if you have questions for us, just this thing called Discord. If you're a part of the Bubba and the Bloom Patreon, I recommend checking that one out. But until then, check out Ryan on the old Twitter at RyanBHQ, the podcast at Bubba Bloom Pod on Patreon at patreon.com/Bubba Bloom. I'm at BD Entrick, and for now, this is Bubba and the Bloom, episode 359. Catch y'all next time.